You can't have Raising Cane's without the special sauce, bro. You can't have Chick-fil-A without the special sauce. You can't have Wingstop's wings without that special ranch. You can't have success without consistency. You see what I did there? Cannot have success without putting in the work every single day, doing the things you don't want to do, doing the things that are uncomfortable, doing the things that are boring, doing the things that aren't fun, that no one else wants to do, doing those things every single day. Say your goal in life is to be the greatest guitar player of all time, and you want to get good. You're starting from ground zero, you have no skill, so you start playing. You only play one day out of the entire week for not even an hour, and you're expecting to be the best. You're not going to be the best just playing out one day, man. You got to constantly work at it. Consistency is that make or break factor. It doesn't matter how talented, how much skill you got, how much potential you have. If you're not showing up every single day for it, that talent's going to fade away. No one's going to care about the talent. You're not putting in the work. You can be the most untalented person, but if you're showing up every day, you're grinding, and you're putting that work in.
You got it, dude.
One thing about me is if I'm going after a goal and I don't see the results in a timely manner, then I start getting uninterested, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'll get so impatient, and I think most people can agree with that, like, or can relate to that. That just we want to see the results now, bro. We want to get the fruit of our labor instantly, and our brains crave reward more than work. That's just how we're wired. Like, we want the easy way out. We want comfort. We want our lives to be structured around comfort. I'm not going to preach gritty, hard, grind lifestyle. It's not a sin to be comfortable at times, but when you prioritize comfort over everything else, when you always want to give yourself what you want and not what you need, that's a problem. That's where you're just like a leaf in the wind, man. You're just going to go wherever life takes you. Comfort is one of the biggest killers of your consistency. Seeking comfort over self-control, biggest killer. Motivation, it it comes up sporadically. It comes and goes. Motivation is not going to keep you consistent. Only discipline will. And discipline is doing the things even when you don't want to do it, but you've trained your mind, you've trained your body to do those things, like you would wake up and brush your teeth, or like you would wash your face, or like you would eat a sandwich. When you can do that task that you've been avoiding, when it can come so easy to you, like a just a mundane task, like it's nothing, that's when you know that you're disciplined, when doing those tasks is so easy to you. And that takes work, that takes time, that takes taking away those bad habits, learning yourself. I've learned over the past couple of months, if I'm not checking on myself, if I'm not working on myself, if I'm not doing the inner work, then I'm not my best friend. I'm my own worst enemy. My brain and my body is just gonna fall into bad habits that I've done all my life if I'm not checking myself constantly. And so, to be consistent with your goals, you got to be consistent with your inner self. You got to be praying. You got to be fasting. You got to be, man, killing your flesh. If you want to get spiritual, you got to cast down wicked imaginations that pop up in your mind. Passing thoughts, like just negativity. Like, you got to be consistent all around. It's not just the outside that you're trying to be consistent on. You got to be consistent on your inner self. It's the behind the scene work that really shows the big results in life. That behind the scene work is essential. And sometimes you got to take a break from a lot of things in your life. You got to step back and realize, man, I've just been like a tumbleweed in the desert. I just haven't been going nowhere. And I got to work on myself, really not focus on anything else but myself. I had to ask myself, how come I can consistently show up to my job that I don't really like? I'm not going to hate on my job on here. Y'all know how I feel about 9 to 5s. But how can I show up to my job every single day and I don't like it, but I can't show up for the things and for the people that I love every single day and do the things that I love, elevate myself in my own personal life when I'm at home? And I just realized, like, man, you gotta want it. Just like you need to pay your bills, it has to be that important to you. Because what happens if you don't go to your 9 to 5 job consistently? You're going to be homeless. You got to have a level of urgency. You got to realize time is running out and the world is getting crazy. Jesus is coming back soon, despite what many may believe or not believe, but read your Bible. Times is getting hectic, man. It's now or never. That's the mindset you gotta have. Gen Z, we're too comfortable. We like to just make ourselves forget about everything that's going on in the world when we gotta be out there making a difference, bro. Not just be like everybody else. We need more black sheeps in the flock. We need more black sheeps in the flock, for real. More consistency, less sitting around and waiting for someone else to reinvent the wheel. We need people to step up. If you're going after that goal, you're trying to make that video, you're trying to start that business, don't worry about it being perfect when you're starting out. Me doing this video, I don't care if it's the best perfect video. I've been struggling with posting consistently. So I just want to post as much as I can. I still want to give y'all quality content, but I have to learn and train myself to post as consistently as I can. So then I can get in a rhythm. You got to get yourself in a rhythm. Don't worry about how it looks, how it sounds. You just got to do it. You got to go before you think. We're overthinkers. We think too much. It's crazy. We're in the least smartest generation, I feel like, but we overthink so much about small things, and it gets us nowhere, man. One foot in front of the other. That's all success is just you keep taking steps. It doesn't matter if it looks good, doesn't matter if it's ugly. Whatever you're trying to achieve in life, if it's not up to the standard, you're comparing yourself to people that have done work for years, man, and you're at ground zero. These people are at ground 100. You can't compare yourself to somebody like that. You're not going to get to that level unless you did what they did and start up. Everyone's going to you're going to have your time to shine. You just, right now, you're in the shadows, but what are you doing while you're in the shadows? Do you want to stay there or you want to go to the light? That's what consistency is. It's moving and moving and moving up, and you're gonna fall because you're human. You make mistakes, but you get back up. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and listening to me ramble. These aren't the videos I want to post, but it's the videos I need to post because I need to get back on track posting every single day. We gotta train ourselves to just do the hard things, do the things that we don't want to do. Even if it don't look perfect, and just stay consistent with it. Just stay consistent with it. I love y'all. I will catch y'all in the next video. K Trinity out.